sugar cookies. I'm Cookie, your lifestyle. And you're watching I Can Do That with Cookie. You'll find recipe and meal prep, exotic, global foods, home staging and styling, weight loss journeys, organization, home improvements and DIYs, and reviews on makeup and everything, and so much more. Stay tuned because I upload weekly.
Quiet on the set! Never fails every time I wanna hear it call. Boop. Something happens. Hello and welcome. For those of you who are new and don't know, I'm Cookie, your lifestyle whisperer. It's time to make my homemade Sazon seasoning. Do you see how low this is? By request, it's finally here.
I'm making the Sazon. Stay tuned. Everybody else move aside. Cookie Sazon, al rescate, to the rescue. Let's make this.
Meet the cast members of my Sazon. You're gonna need a funnel, a mixing bowl of sorts. You're going to need a food processor or a blitzer, a bullet. This is ground annatto, ground coriander, cumin, turmeric, roasted garlic, minced dehydrated garlic as well, granulated onion, black pepper, some measuring spoons, some Celtic salt. This is optional, or Himalayan salt. I have culantro or shadow benny, which is known in other parts of the Caribbean. I have marjoram, cilantro, basil, and oregano. I have the marjoram included in there. This is my own recipe because it cuts the earthiness and the bitterness of the oregano, and the basil just adds a nice flavor in the background. Now, I'm showing this to you. This is MSG that's made out of corn. It's natural. It's in the original Sazon recipe. I don't use it, but I just wanted to show it to you as an option, okay?
I forgot to mention that I'm going to be making the culantro and achote, which is culantro, shadow benny. It's known in other parts of the Caribbean. In Spanish, it's called culantro. Anywho, the one that I'm gonna be making and that just flies by in my house is the one with culantro and achote, which is annatto or annatto seed. If you don't find annatto powder or ground annatto in your area or your supermarkets, just buy the seeds and grind them up yourself in your coffee grinder, just like, or in your spice grinder, whichever. In your bullet, you'll see.
You might be wondering to yourself,
But Cookie,
why are you mixing that in a bowl when you're going to be putting it in another mixer or a blitzer, food processor, yada, yada, yada? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's because I want to ensure that everything is nicely incorporated first. The herbs, I'm going to mix those all together well, and then I'm going to add the spices. This way, it's all nice and even, and my blitzer doesn't have to work as hard. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. Just go with it. This doesn't have any type of caking agent in it. It's all natural, so you're gonna have to whack it a couple of times to get it to unstick from the sides.
Don't knock the vino over, girl. Don't do that.
Let's make some beans with my Sazon seasoning, shall we? Meet the cast members. My Sazon seasoning, black frijoles or black beans. I have some smoked cubed ham that my husband likes. I'm not gonna eat the ham, but I don't mind the flavor. Sofrito cubes that I have a video on. I have a bay leaf. I have cumin seeds. I have the ají dulce, which is a cousin to the Scotch bonnet peppers and habaneros, chicken bouillon, some manzanilla olives, some vinegar. You can use vinegar of your choice, some pumpkin, fire roasted pimentos, my garlic paste, and let's see, oh, the cumin seeds I'm going to toast later. I also have some non-GMO cooking olive oil that does not become toxic when it's hot, and I have my pan heating.
Oh yes, y'all hear that sound? Now that the cumin and the pumpkin has had time to cook and the bay leaf has permeated, I'm gonna add my homemade sofrito. I do have a video on how I make my sofrito. I put this in cubes. Add that to that. Stir this around. I'm not adding any tomato sauce to this. Now I'm gonna add my homemade garlic paste. Oh my gosh, this smells so delicious. Can you smell? Yo.
Did you activate your smell-o-vision? Delicious.
Saute this. Oh my gosh. Everything after here is easy. Fire roasted tomatoes. Not tomatoes, fire roasted peppers. Manzanilla olives or Spanish olives. Oh my gosh, this smells so delicious. Some chicken bouillon. Put it in there, it's delicious. This is an ají dulce. It is a cousin or kin to the habaneros, except it is sweet, not spicy. I'm gonna put that in there for extra flavor, baby. And don't you worry, I'm gonna add, here she comes, my homemade Sazon seasoning. Do we see how beautiful she is? Looking dang. Season to taste. And because I want to bump up a little bit of the smoky flavor, I'm adding, not sponsored, but I'm adding this Pond's smoked paprika flakes. This is absolutely delicious. It's going to bump up the ham flavor in there. I'm not going to eat any of the ham, but my husband, he still likes his porky products, and that's not a problem. It's okay. Now, this is the vinegar that I have on hand. You can use sherry vinegar, you can use red wine vinegar, but this is also going to impart a little bit, just a slight sweetness to the beans. This is apple cider vinegar that is maple and honey flavored. These are shots actually, but trust me, put it in there, it breaks up all the earthiness in the blends, in the sofrito, and it balances everything out. And it just brings out that umami delicious flavor. Gonna stir that around for a little bit. Okay, now that that is nice and incorporated, I'm going to cover it for a little bit. Then I'm gonna add the black frijoles to the fiesta. And here I already have about maybe 4 cups of hot water to add, because these are a lot of frijoles. I wish you could smell my kitchen right now. It smells delicious. The spice blend, you can do it to your taste. However, I do add 3 tablespoons of the garlic because I wanted to add that extra garlic or bump up that garlic flavor. But everything else is pretty much either 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons. Like I said, do this to your taste. Be mindful with the achote powder and the turmeric because it can get a little too bitter. Oh, and I forgot to say, if things get a little too bitter for you, you can at the very end add some organic sugar, which is what I did, to balance out all the flavors of the herbs and the culantro or shadow benny, whichever what you want to call in your side of the world.
It's gonna be so good, I promise you.
Oh, do you see the frijoles? No tomato sauce. Absolutely delicious. Woo, child, let's taste her. She ready? Ooh, the missus is gonna try this now. Frijoles negros, inspired by our brothers in Cuba. Ooh, child, taste it, taste it.
Have a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, delish. Oh my god, that's what I'm talking about.
That's good, right?
Oh my god, it's so good. I'm gonna tear this up. Huh?
Enjoy, the Mr. likes it.
Man, that's good, baby. Woo!
Get it, get it, get it, get it, babe. Get it. Can I get your facial expression?
No, I'll break the camera.
Oh, that's good. Thank you, Jesus, for it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby, it's good.
Delicious.
Love
Look
it.
at that.
So fancy. Rice bowl in the middle.
This spice, you can use it on everything, and because you can add salt or not, that's up to you. If you don't add any salt, you can go ham with the seasoning. Let me know what you think. Also, if you want to see any other type of spices, which I do make my own blends quite a bit, comment below and let me know.
Once you put this in your rice, your beans, even a little pinch in your potato salad, I'm telling you, this is so good.
If you like this video and you found some value in it, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing. I'd love for you to join my lifestyle sauce. Share the video. Why? Because sharing is caring, and it really does help the algorithm put me out there. Hello. Hello. Psst. And don't forget to turn your notification, and turn on the ding 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 dong bell, and select all so you don't miss my videos. And as I say around here, smile, your soul will thank you for it. You don't feel like it? No minutes, I'll do it for you. 1 second. Be blessed, not too stressed. And I'll see you in the next. Y'all come back now, you hear? Oh, you said in that room, not that. Not only gonna see, what am I trying to say? Land that plane, girl. Wait, this is so good. Ooh, okay. Then I'm gonna add the black flea. You there?
Agent 777 here. Mission accomplished.